Alright, Learjet, this is how your Atlas U25B will come packaged in the Atlas Classic box. You have a front and rear directional headlight. So, locomotive's going forward, you go in reverse, front will turn off, and your rear will turn on like so, and the number boards are lit. Now, we're going to talk about lubrication and stuff. Too much lubrication could be a very bad thing. Your model should be good to go out of the package. I mean, it'll take a couple hours to break them in, run them forward and backwards. The gears are actually made out of Delrin plastic. They're self-lubricating plastic, so you don't need to go crazy. But if you're so inclined, these trucks are whole one assembly. If you gently take a flathead screwdriver, you can pry the trucks off, which will expose all the gears underneath. And I mean, you can lubricate it that way, but my recommendation is you pop the whole shell off. And you put a dab of, I'd say, get the Easy Lube from Bachmann. You get a whole kit. It comes with everything you need. It's the easiest. It's self-explanatory. But when you take the whole shell off, you'll have the worm gear there, and then the gears will be exposed on the top. I would recommend putting a drop on top of the gearbox there, and on top of the gearbox here. A very minute bit, very itty-bitty tiny bit. That way the gravity will naturally work your lubrication down through the gears. When you pop the shell off, you may have to loosen the screws because it's a split frame, so the frame will separate. You might not have to, depending. I haven't took one of these apart yet because I haven't had a need to. And use Bachmann's pink gear grease. Take a little toothpick, take a very little bit, less is better, and dab it right on the brass worm gear, and then leave it. Like I said, the only time you really have to lubricate these is when, they're getting loud and they're a little bit jerky, and that takes a long time. Depends how dirty your layout or track conditions are, or how you're running it and what you're doing it. Less to no lubrication is the best method to go, because like I said, the plastic in these models, especially the gears and the shafts, are made out of Delrin, and Delrin is a self-lubricating type of plastic already. It's what Proto 2000 uses, and a lot of other models. So you can lubricate it. Since you're getting, you're not that familiar with the lubrication, like you're kind of saying, get the Bachmann Easy Lube kit, and very little. Believe it or not, Bachmann has some videos on their train sets. If you look at their N-scale train set, that video shows you how to pop the trucks off and, how to lubricate the locomotive and stuff like that. That's a good video to watch. You can watch that. He'll pop the trucks off the N-scale locomotive, tell you the points to lubricate, and then leave it at that. But like I said, if anything you take away from this video, the least amount of lubrication, the better. Because I don't know if you watched my Broadway Limited video, they way over lubricated that locomotive. That locomotive stopped running, and it was all bad. 2 to 3 hours of run time, your locomotive should break in. When you first get them, fully expect a bit of jerkiness. It might stop here and there, maybe on switches. So make sure your track's clean. If you don't have any particular track cleaning stuff, some alcohol with a paper towel or something just to go over the rails is perfectly fine. Clean up all your rails like that. That's what I use to clean. I use alcohol to clean the contacts in these locomotives so they start running. These are really nice locomotives. They run really well. I enjoyed mine. And, yeah, so I think you should be pretty happy with your purchase there, Learjet. And I'm looking forward to seeing them. So, thanks, man. This video is for you.